Ow, wow, 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 wow. I hope my fan's not super loud because my AC still isn't fixed. Wow, wow, wow. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good middle of the week, aka the weekend for me. Seems fine too. Okay, good. I'm always nervous about fucking background noise, man. Ooh, 35% off 5+ gift subs. Twitch is really encouraging the scam train. Greg the Gunhead, thank you for the Proom, my guy. Did I hear about the Xenosaga mobile game that's being re-released soon for Steam and Switch called Xenosaga Pied Piper? Pied Piper was on some, like, weird, handheld device that I always get confused with the Wonder Swan. I'm, like, 89% sure that Pied Piper had a Wonder Swan release. Because I remember really try-harding to import a Wonder Swan, and I could not fucking get one. And I can't think of any other reason I would get something called a fucking Wonder Swan if it weren't for Xenosaga. So it had to have had a release on that. Kuru's Funny, thank you for the 5-month resub, my guy, thank you. Pyro Z, thank you for the 5 months of Prune. Keegs SK, thank you for the 2 fucking years, brother man. Mystic Matt, thank you for the 23 months, almost 2 fucking years. The cocaine cappuccino time. What is the swan wondering? The predecessor to what? Kidary, thank you for the 14 months. Thank you. Thank you. John in English with the massive cock in the morning. Thank you for the 50 gift members. Jesus fuck. Thank you, John in English, for your giant schmeat. We all need the olive oil. True. The olive oil. There's a character in Digimon Tamers that's from a Digimon Wonder Swan game. I don't remember Digimon Wonder Swans. The 50 gifters. He's crazy. John's nuts, dude. Let me scroll up here to see what I have missed on the YouTube. Delta, thank you for the member. Revenant Legion, thank you for the 20 months. Amunya, thank you. DSC, thank you for the 10 months. Happy Friday, honorable chatters. Happy Friday! Chat, so I've lived in an apartment for a very long time, so I haven't gotten very green thummy because, like, what the fuck are you gonna do in an apartment, right? So I might have gotten a little crazy buying, like, 15 different kinds of dahlia tubers, because dahlias are my favorite flower. Fun fact, after my main model, which still isn't finished, every design of mine has incorporated dahlias in some degree. Like, the dahlia's on my twin tails right now, and the dahlia's on my hat when I put it on. So there's like 50, I got 15 different dahlia tubers, and I really like saying tuba. It's very fun. I don't know why. Mr. Diddly Doodler, thank you. Talking with others about what toppings I'd put on a Kirsche/Porsche hot dog. Got a place by you that does hot dogs with interesting toppings. You may pass this along to try them out. Latest one was chili, nacho cheese, and corn chips. Isn't that just like a Sonic the Hedgehog hot dog? Isn't that what he eats? Tubas as in V-tubas? Or the flower thingy. I did not buy women to bury them in pots. I feel like that's illegal, probably. At least in my country still. For now. So I bought a bunch of dahlia tubers, and then I was like, wait a minute. I know nothing about planting any kind of flowers. Tubers, hello. Hello, Bagman. Do I have a handy gardening shovel and a knee pad? I have a lot of handy Bandai Namco gardening tools. Women grow on trees. You can just go to the park and take one home with you. Wait, don't do that. I mostly lurk. Thank you for the 14 months of tier 3, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Moose Nugget, thank you. Your ketchup tithe, madame. You pray my cappuccino has foam artistically designed in the likeness of courses. Man, wouldn't that be cute? If, like, you know, we went to a convention and they had a maid cafe, but instead of, like, making little hearts in the coffees, they would make, like, little courses. That'd be cute. That'd be cute. Too late, you already have 14 women. You got so much shit for putting my dahlias in instead of cherry earrings. You got told it's not canon, but guess who was right after all? Who the fuck was telling you dahlias aren't canon? Shoot that guy. But I had to buy 15 pots. And I just bought like the cheap black pots because I was like, damn, I need a lot of pot. Because apparently you're supposed to you're supposed to plant dahlias in the ground Wait, no, was it before the first? No, the other flower was the first frost. Wait, hold on. When am I, okay. I'm supposed to plant the dahlias, like, after the last chance of frost happens, which is apparently sometime in May. And so now I've just got, like, 15 pots with a dahlia tuba each that I don't know what to do with because I can't put them outside yet. And I just like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck. What if they don't populate? What if they die? Because apparently tubas can rot. I was like, what if they accidentally rot? Like, all of them have eyes, so they already started growing, but like, I guess they could still die. I don't want to kill them on accident, and now I'm terrified. Yes, Kirsche, that's how plants— I've never planted a plant before! Chat, time to take bets on how long the flowers last. Keeping them indoors until you can plant them. And I'm assuming I'm gonna do 500 IQ strats where instead of removing them from the pot and planting them, I'm just gonna plant the whole fucking pot because dahlias need to be dug up and brought inside over winter. And I was like, why is my favorite flower one that needs so much care? A Keyblade Drift, thank you for the 21 months, my guy, thank you. Thank you, thank you. The only plants Kirsche planted is the seed of madness. True. It's normal to be with dirt inside during spring. Yeah, but I don't have a greenhouse. You know, I just really wanted flowers. As long as they have good drainage, they won't rot. Well, when I looked up online how to plant dahlias in a pot, it told me to mix like 3/4 potting soil and 1/4 polite? P-light? Something with a P that's like really, really lightweight. Because apparently that aids in drainage. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. You're no botanist, but typically flowers go in the ground. Apparently not yet. No, not peat. It wasn't moss. Yeah, perlite. It was perlite. It's very lightweight, and it reminds me of like the packing stuff that they put in your packages that gets all over everything. What, really? They have to come inside for winter? Yeah, if you leave dahlia tubas in the ground over winter, they will rot and die. So when you plant dahlias outside, in the like end of fall, so like in September or so, you have to dig them up and put them in a pot and bring them inside so that they don't rot and die in the cold. And so it's like, I'm just gonna keep them in a pot. I'm gonna put them in a pot, and I'm gonna put the pot in the ground, and then they can have their beautiful blooming season, and then I just dig up the pot and bring it back inside during the winter. Surely this plan won't go awry. Did I hear they're remaking The Princess Bride with an all-potato cast? Hello, my name is Idaho Montoya. You peeled my father. Prepare to fry. I'm gonna kidnap that guy and force him to make me cheeseburgers. Hope in the world, did these flowers survive before humans? That's a great fucking question. Next question. Planting in the pot sounds pumpernickel? What? Oh, sounds question. Sorry, I combined two comments. Sounds questionable. Apparently, according to online, you can do that. Apparently, that's what people do for flowers that are finicky bitches and need to come in the winter. Man, this is your curse for needing cold winters to flourish. Your back will be even worse than it is now. Don't say that. That's not possible. Guys, she's saying tubas like bulbs, dahlia bulbs. Anyway, no, that's not how plants work. That's apparently how plants work, yes. That is apparently how they work. And no, they're called tubas. They're not, for some reason, they're called tubas and not bulbs when it comes to dahlias. Dahlias are native to Mexico. You have to bring them in for the winter because they can't handle the cold of anything north of the Carolinas. I also wish to find orange tree. People grow lemon trees inside their house, so in theory, an orange tree should be fine inside my house, right? Right? Am I gonna make a garden? Yes, I love garden. Does my house have a basement? I mean, every house north of like North Carolina has a basement. That's just how the North works. You have dwarf lemon and lime trees. I love lime. And did I water the plants with Gatorade? No, it needs to be humid for the orange tree. Well, it's pretty fucking humid while my AC is broken, so... Why do I insist on buying southern plants if I hate the south? I don't know, they just look nice, question mark. The Harambe tree? What is the Harambe tree? Oh, the nursery that I went to get a couple of other different plants and explore my options with like pine type trees, it turns out that the place I went to got a lot of their plants from a place called the Isale Nursery. The Isale Nursery is one of the few nurseries in the United States that actually gets Wollemi pine trees. I can't buy things from the Isale Nursery because they only sell wholesale. And I don't need like a fleet of trees. I just need like one. And so I was like, hey, since you guys get your trees from this place, is there any way I can like place an order for a plant? And they were like, well, you can. We can't guarantee that we can get you the plant, but like, here's the form. And I was like, damn, they're so prepared they even have a fucking form. That's great. And so I filled out a form to get me a fucking Wollemi pine tree, and hopefully it actually works. If you want a fruit tree, buy pawpaws. They taste like a banana cream pie and are a fruit native to the US. I have never heard of a pawpaw. Kirsche wants the plants without the weather and the down low men. True! True and real. Harambe is not a tree, he was a gorilla. You were just being silly. You didn't expect it to be seen! I knew he was a gorilla. I was like, did they make a tree after him? What's happening? I should fill my garage up with Kirsches, and every time I open it, the neighbors see giant furry creatures just staring at them. Oh, man. No trees inside, please. The roots will not be your friend to you or your... Well, that's why you plant the tree in, like, a clay pot. It stays contained. Jen Jacko, thank you. Cocaine cappuccino sounds amazing. A little cup of pure unadulterated ambition is what you need right now. By the way, great work derailing the DSP versus quartering nonsense. No need to fall to petty squabbles like the left. I don't know. I just think it's really, like, I've talked about not really liking that form of encouraging super chats in the first place. Like, that already feels weird to me to do that. And then to, like, add the extra weirdness onto it of, like, oh, let's use it to denigrate other people. Like, whether they deserve it or not, I don't care. It's just, like, that feels a little weird to me. I don't like that. So, thank you for everyone who played along and voted for Xenosaga instead. Hey, you're super uncomfortable. Yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's a little weird. Tree roots, which famously destroy sidewalks and building foundations, will definitely be thwarted by a clay pot. I don't know how it works, but people have indoor, like, citrus trees and indoor, like, banana trees all the time. So in theory, it should work. Like, it works for all these other people, right? White Rabbit, thank you. On heavy pain meds, waiting to piss out a 0.236-inch kidney stone. Thanks for the distraction. P.S. Your wife loved the music GeoGuessr game. It made her day. I'm sure I got a lot of people screaming with that. I'm so sorry to hear about your kidney stone. Good luck, my guy. Good luck. Or you can set up a greenhouse. I could set up a greenhouse, but that's not in the cards right now. I have like repairs and stuff that need to get done before I can think about, ooh, a pool, ooh, a hot tub, ooh, a greenhouse. You know, those are fun things that come later. We need to pull up the tree and trim the roots routinely to contain the power of the underground branches. Interesting. 1/4 of an inch, brother. Drink more water. You'll always love Xenosaga, even though you never played it. You spent many hours watching your best friend play it. Rip Matt. Oh no, rip Matt, dude. Fucking 1/4 of an inch, bro. Your dick is gonna become moderator tier. He's just gonna learn about sounding the hard way. Kona Koruk, thank you. Bestest Foxu. Hell fucking yeah. Massive Doge, thank you. Honorable Foxu, you wish to apologize for the possible offensive meme you posted on my sushi slot post. You hope you did not cause a possible international incident with it. Well, I was gonna bring up the sushi slot post, so now's as good a time as any, right? Because I was like, oh, I have a handful of things that tweetled around the weekend for me, the middle of the week for you. What's the thing that you did that's an international war crime? I don't even know if I saw it. He's gonna get sounded from the inside out. Thanks, I hate it. That's American garbage. What the heck? My tutor auto-translates it to Dutch. Whenever I see Dutch, like, written out, I read it in a really ridiculous way in my head, and it's like, it's probably racist. How is Dutch a real language? Like, I see this post, and my brain just goes, Zerna in Japan ut dit sort sushi. Dit is in mountain roll, where there be sushi als in berge obergestapeld werd met tempura vjorkjes en saus erverheven. That sounds Dutch to me. Yippee, spoken like a true native. My fucking furniture is floating. Yay! Oh god, isn't Dutch just Dollar Tree German? I mean, kind of, when you think about it. Why are demons getting summoned? What do you mean? It's all fun in games until you have tree roots growing all the way up the storm drain to the roof. Well, why would that happen? Roots aren't supposed to grow up. Where are we here? Supreme Leader Ren, thank you. In the peace deal with Iran, we should have given them Vouch and they would have had their way with him. Jojo, what does that mean? Wastelander, thank you. Agare, this fox dame, am I right, fellas? What did he mean by this? Kirsche reverting to her base Kirsche form perfectly reproduces the accent of a Swedish/Dutch person. Dutch is just German and English combined with marbles inserted into your mouth. That would hurt your teeth. Please Google papillons. You want to see my reaction? Like the dog? Have I updated my Azure Lane? Yes! Oh my god, the new DOA volleyball collab. The ladies are giving single mother MILF energy, and I'm very excited. It just makes me feel like Honey Pop all over again. Mildly OCD, thank you. If you want to fend off mosquitoes, buy rosemary and basil plants. Do not get citronella. They actually attract mosquitoes. It used to help your grandmother garden, so this comes from experience. Interesting. That is very interesting. Why bother with that when you could get a bug zapper, though? The bug zapper would kill them, would it not? You weren't supposed to bite down on the marbles, but they'll just, like, move in your mouth and hit your teeth. Just by nature of being in there. It's why people who have tongue piercings fuck up their front teeth. Give them the zapper, yeah! Ship girls make us go, ha-da-da. True! Also true. Be jammin', thank you. What are the oranges for? Tell me what you think below. Anyway, he is Nashville. Like, I watched the video, and it would have made sense if they were just like, oh, we're using the oranges to tenderize the meat, and then we will cook the oranges with the meat. But she, like, took the oranges out of where the meat was, and then just, like, left them there. And I was like, okay, that's weird. That seems like a waste of oranges if you just use it to tenderize, but you're not going to actually cook them with the meat. You want a new DOA game for the States? I don't think that'll happen. Didn't they say that they're not going to bring them to the States anymore because people here keep bitching? Or was that a different series? A greenhouse can be po-boyed, get some PVC pipe and clear plastic sheeting and zip ties, like $100. You're probably not gonna do that. Removing any water source is best for mozzies? What does that mean? Help. Mildly OCD, thank you. Oh. I read that already. But thank you again. God hates taxes, thank you. And the two things you hate in this world, people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. I really want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why, I don't know how, but for the last, like, 2 days, I have had this, like, insatiable desire to touch that game. The Venus Vacation spin-off series will never come to North America because of leftist Puritans. The fighting game and adventure games, Ninja Gaiden, will come, but never the Venus games. That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. A note about pawpaws, they're delicious. A mix of banamba and mango, they just don't transport well. They're native to New England as long as you're in zone 5 or 6, so a great backyard plant. Got distracted and forgot to send a message to the last tangent. A mix of banamba and mango sounds like it could be delicious. In the far-flung future, when I do have a greenhouse, my plan is to have ice cream banamba! Ice cream banamba sound very fun. Kirsche will turn Arthur gay. No way, he loves that ass. John in English, thank you. Butt towels working overtime. How well do long nails and gardening mix? They don't. That's why you wear gloves. Thaddeus McThunderschlong, thank you. You mean Foxu Manor doesn't have an atrium. I wish I had an atrium. That would be gorgeous, but no. Grot of War, thank you. If you're gonna get oranges, get Florida oranges. They're super sweet. I was told that Valencia oranges are the sweetest of oranges, so I think I would want to get those. Or maybe blood oranges. I really like blood orange soda. And by blood orange soda, I mean like the Italian version of soda, where it's basically just fruit juice and carbonation. How the hell do you mix 2 tropical fruits and have it be native to New England? I don't fucking know, but you know. Oh yeah, when I was at the fucking nursery place that I was just talking about a minute ago, I talked about on stream before, like the trees that have multiple different kinds of fruits on them. This nursery was selling those trees. They were selling trees that had like 3 different species of apples, 5 different species of apples, 7 different species of apples, all growing on the same tree. And because they were all apple, just different species of apple, my brain was like, okay, but if multiple of them are similar in color, how are you gonna tell which one is growing where? Like, how do these trees work? I don't understand the science behind the multi-apple tree. That tree is a whore! Play the cowboy game. You know, it's Friday, but the tabs can wait. No, I can't play video games on Friday, man. I'm locked in. Shadow Warrior, thank you for the 13 months, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. They graft branches of other trees onto a main trunk. That's kind of crazy. The trees are not naturally growing. They graft the branches from other apple trees to make a hybrid tree. Does that decrease its lifespan? Like, I can't imagine that being good for the tree. What about the woolly pine? What about the woolly pine? A massive doge, thank you. A mouse asks Sawasama, and she likes gardening. Oh, that might be an idea. So wookie, thank you. Cosmo's best waifu. Good day to all. I was so disappointed. He kept saying KOS, MOS, and I was like, oh god, my ears, they're dying. No, the lifespan is fine because trees are hardy as shit. Interesting. Interesting. You had an uncle that had a grafted tree with pears and peaches on the same tree. Nature is weird. See, I would love that. That's cute. You have to manage the tree to prevent infections. Oh. Wastelander, thank you. Coke, coffee, and Kirsche. It's either the worst idea in history or the start of one of the greatest stories in history. Still debating. I don't know if you should do cocaine, brother man. That seems dangerous. Here we go. Thank you. The manager for Unsub is now aware of my wish to come on the show. His name is Show. I'm welcome. Show knows I want to go on the show? For show? That's funny. That's funny. I did get linked a post, and I guess I could just reach out to Eli again, since Eli's been talking to me. I wonder if it was one of those weird situations where he was like waiting for me to express the desire to come on the show, and I was waiting for him to invite me so I wouldn't be imposing. And so we were just doing the awkward polite dance around each other. Yeah, but they don't know you're bad at DMs. Psycho, thank you for the 19 months! I'm gonna hate today's Caleb Hammer. We need to repeal the 19th for their own good. Universal suffrage was a mistake. Oh no. Oh no. B Jammin, thank you. Financial Audit this week had 2 episodes ripe for reaction. The oldest 40-year-old addicted to slots or the LGBT couple that work at the same club. I just don't think you should date where you work, right? Like, don't shit where you eat is a saying for a reason. Women have suffraged enough. Grafting does not reduce lifespan as long as they are compatible. Apparently, grafting can actually make the tree healthier. Oh? Oh? I also kind of wonder. I really like Wisteria. And apparently there's Japanese Wisteria, Chinese Wisteria, and North American Wisteria. And it's okay to plant North American and Japanese Wisteria in North America, but Chinese Wisteria is apparently very parasitic and will kill everything around it. Thanks, China. They also try to sell their Wisteria in a very scammy way by making it look bluer than it actually is, and I was like, damn, I would have loved some blue Wisteria, but unfortunately the Chinese have faked it. It's not real. Damn, Kier just wants all the plants. I want all the plants. And so, I'm wondering, right, since Wisteria is a vine, and a lot of people like using giant stakes to prop up the vines to give it like a tree-like appearance, But what if instead of using stakes to give it a tree-like appearance as it is a vine, you just sacrifice a tree to it, right? You just put the wisteria up against the trunk of the tree, and then the wisteria curls around the tree, kills the tree, and becomes the tree. What if you just do that instead? Wouldn't that make more sense? Kirsche will show Fat Electrician all of her collective evidence on Bridge if she were on the Unsubscribed podcast, and watch what happens from there. True. True. The kudzu are fighting knotweed. It's plant chaos! You have no idea how happy I am to see kudzu absolutely fucking nowhere. Speaking of Wisteria, have I seen the awesome anime Wisteria? I have not. Whatever happened to the money tree we yapped about a year ago? I don't remember what the money tree is. I know about a year ago is when I discovered the Wilemi pine, and I've been searching for one ever since. If the wisteria kills the tree, it might fall on your house. You want to cut down dead trees. Well, not if the wisteria is keeping it healthy, like that weird parasite thing keeping the humans alive only basically in Soma. You know? And it wouldn't be a tree that's like super tall. It would be like a shorter tree. Wisteria can grow like a tree if you take care of it a certain way. Cause that's what I want, right? I want my wisteria to look like a nice fucking garden tree. Is what I want. That's a symbiote, not a parasite. Wisteria's not mistletoe. That's not gonna work the way that I want. I don't know how it works. I'm just brainstorming. Just whatever you do not get a Bradford pear. Yeah, those are the semen trees! Those are the semen trees. Don't buy the semen tree. You have family with a 30-year-old wisteria that is wrapped around multiple trees. Its vines are protecting electrical lines. I don't know if protecting is the right word to use. Kudzu and bamboo are great ornamental plants. You shut your whore mouth! Do not plant the bamboo! Parasite harms the host. Symbiote helps the host. Oh, I see. I see. Mr. Strive, thank you for the wacky waving fan dog. Thank you. Wastelander, thank you. When you order your female Hitler from Temu, what did he mean by this? If Chinese wisteria wasn't a real thing, it'd be a movie monster. You saw it send stingers 30 feet long in a matter of weeks. I don't know what that means. Bamboo is literally a virulent grass that is a bitch to get out. Yeah, basically, if you plant bamboo, you will always have bamboo. That shit grows fast, and it grows everywhere, and it is impossible to stop. Bamboo doesn't get planted, it just invites itself without anyone asking. Defter Tuna, thank you for the full year. 1 year, Foxy, thank you for making my work days so much more bearable, and always remember to Munya. Thank you. Thank you. Effing Around Productions, thank you. Max Verstappen, honest to God, you thought Max is a walking meme for the Dutch in a good way. I don't think I've ever seen anything with Max Verstappen, and I've only heard of him because Mari_en, I guess, liked him, question mark? I don't even remember, but I heard it from her. Bamboo is what you plant when you want to tell your neighbors, fuck all of you, Jesus Christ. Jen Jacko, thank you. Imagine the foxy with the most disjointed grin watching mosquitoes fly into the bug zapper. It gives Michael Reeves vibes. Yeah, fuck mosquitoes. I want them all to die. John in English, thank you. We're never finishing French game. But what if I just start doing like 2 a.m. guerrilla video game streams? Thaddeus McThunderschlong, thank you. Ah yes, the wily Dutch. Julie, thank you! Bad at hydration to where you passing kidney boulders. Stay hydrated with caffeine-free gamer subs using code Kirsche for 10% off. That's true. Using code Kirsche for 10% off your gamer subs orders helps me pay my mortgage. Thank you. But my watch streak. Oh no. Here we go. She missed the unsub super. She hates me. No, I think I just read it a minute ago. That troopa, thank you for the Canadians. You were cleaning your car and your car came to life and started screaming, no more Dutch! Wastelander, thank you. Satan, why have you summoned me? You're cutting into my Red Dead time. You too, man? Yeah, it's fucking good. What the hell? What the hell? Won't be in the mood for French game at 2 a.m. You'll be in the mood for random ass cooking game. Yeah, the moods just strike at random, you know? I can always get kunai grass from the Solomon Islands. That shit will slice your hand open. So what you're saying is that when I make my trap doors to prevent people from getting to my house, inside the trap doors I should plant kunai grass. Because it'll look like grass, but it'll slice them up when they fall on it. My little excursion into language summoned to the Swedish chef behind you. You're being borked. You can't do GamerSupps ad reads anymore. You're not feeling well. Oh no, I hope you feel better, my guy. I hope you get some medicines and some good sleeps. An interesting observation you had the other day, a small used car dealership by you has somehow procured a Lamborghini Hurricane STO, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a Rolls-Royce Wraith, and 3 Mercedes. This isn't the first time they've gotten these, totally not fishy. Aren't all of those, like, really rare cars? Like, the Rolls-Royce Wraith is, like, super old, isn't it? He'd be feeling better if he knew he had saved 10% off his GamerSupps order with code Kirsche. True! Jabronius Cranston, thank you for the 16 months. Back in it again with the big 16. Thank you! Kirsche's lawn is just gonna be filled with the North Vietnamese-style traps for people to fall in. Yeah, it'll be very alluring with all of my beautiful plants, and then when you come to touch them, you get trapdoored. Idiot. I'm gonna make some pasta. Oh, I had one of the best pasta dishes in my life the other day. It's dangerous that I'm back home and, like, surrounded by so much good food everywhere. Oh, fuck, brother. You don't want to fall into another bamboo ant trap. Not like this. Jen Jacko, thank you. Isn't Show from Unsub a lady from Ireland? Oh, I'm learning more lore. Slendy Enderman, thank you. You miss every shot you don't take, Miss Kirsche. I will plant the tree indoors. Brown Bear, thank you. Almost all seedless orange trees are grafted from the same mutant orange tree like 200 years ago, because no seeds means no new trees. Also, Show from Unsub is an Irish woman, not a he. You learn something new every day. I guess I'm going to eat the mutant oranges because I do not like seeds in my fruit. Oh, I had a pineapple on my counter that every day I looked at it, I'd be like, I gotta cut that pineapple. And the outside of it was, like, turning this weird black color, so I was like, oh no, have I forgotten for too long and it's bad now? I cut into it, and it was, like, perfect yellow, like, bright yellow pineapple color. I took a bite of it, and it was, like, the juiciest fucking pineapple I've ever put in my mouth. So I was like, duly noted, let all pineapples get black on the outside so that they are the sweetest of yellow on the inside. Pineapple Japan! Penne pasta with Alfredo sauce and shrimp cooked in butter, garlic, and Old Bay, chef's kiss. I actually really hate shrimp. Their texture and their taste are offensive to me. Oh my god. Your used dealer of choice has Skylines, K-Trucks, and other JDM cars? You know, that's very interesting. I wonder if they would happen to have... I wonder if they would happen to have a Prelude that's been JDM'd out. Fresh pineapple is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. I took that head of the pineapple and I put that bitch in some water. I will grow my own pineapple 5 years from now. I'm like your sister with my taste in seafood. Seafood's gross, except for baked haddock. That shit goes nuts. No shrimp. Hello, Kirsche Verstal, my new #2 favorite VTuber. That just means more shrimp for you. Can swap it out for Chimkin? Yes! You once heard that you can tell if pineapples are ripe if the leaves on top are easy to come off when pulling. If they're too stiff, it's apparently not ready. Interesting. You live in the Northeast, not Tahiti. I live in Tahiti now! Yay! Your aunt is allergic to shellfish and used to live with her for a while, so you grew up hating shrimp except for shrimp cup ramen. I just don't like shrimp or lobster or oysters or shellfish or crab or pretty much anything that's not tuna or haddock or salmon if it's been marinated, because salmon without a good marinade tastes too fishy. I can't do it. So all of the sea bug. I will not eat the bugs. Mr. Rich Low Pitch, thank you. Chinese Wisteria also spies on you for the CCP. Thanks, I hate it. Bren Hydra, thank you. A Chinese plant being parasitic to a more prosperous environment to help it grow. Are we sure nature doesn't have a sense of humor? I think it does. All of those cards are several $100,000. You're in a couple of the VINs and they've changed hands a ton of times all over the country. Definitely odd. Another dealership by you somehow has a ton of super rare Japanese imports. A truck modified Nissan Silvia and a Lamborghini Murcielago? Lamborghini Mercy? You inquired about the Lamborghini because you were curious on the story of it. They clammed up almost immediately and didn't seem to like you asking. Very curious. It's either a front or they just think you're too poor to be asking those questions. You will eat the sea bugs and you will be happy. No! The fish tastes fishy. Kirsche 2026. Yeah, I just don't like the fishy flavor, man. You have a plan, Arthur. I just need a Desert Eagle chambered in 50 Action Express and $2 million of a taxpayer stimulus. What the fuck? You basically don't like food from the water? Is it because you hate getting wet on you, hence hating the food that comes from the wet? I don't know. I don't know. Have I tried orange roughly? I don't know what that means. I like my oranges supremed, though. What purpose do the oranges have? They're delicious. A wolf's bane, thank you. DOA was one of the early franchises attacked by feminists back in 2013 to 16 because of its hotness. Happened in tandem with the ousting of the E3 girls. Yeah, feminists just ruin everything for everyone, unfortunately. Evil Mandrake, thank you for the 27 months, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Orange Ruffy is a fish? Oh, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that, man. Where are we? Here we are. Ice Beast, thank you. You have a Wisteria tree in your backyard. It's exactly what I described. Basically took over a small tree and is now a large Wisteria bush / baby tree. And that's kind of what I want to do. Battleizer, thank you. You hope all are having a wonderful Friday, and you hope the weekend is even better. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. A Slendy Enderman, thank you. Bamboo equals invaders. Eyes the third world. Without violating OPSEC, how big is the Foxu Castle? Enough. Girugamesh, thank you. 2 a.m. gaming with the Foxu. Anyway, here's Nashville. Yeah. I'd really like to do that more often. Because, like, I occasionally get these pangs of wanting to play something in the middle of the night, but then I'm like, I don't know. I'll inconvenience so many people by asking if they can moderate at 2 a.m. Lots of the cars are now considered antiques. They lost many import taxes and emission standards. Interesting. Vladimir Crystal, thank you. You dislike horsetail since it does the same thing as bamboo. Just grows everywhere into everything, and then you need to use grass killers to get rid of it. I don't know what it's called, but I know you guys are going to know what I'm talking about. When I was a kid and I would be outside pretty frequently, grass was pretty fine, right? Grass exists, and it's great. But there's parts of grass that stink like onions, and if you touch the onion grass that looks like the regular grass, your hand will smell like onions, and no matter how many times you wash it, that onion smell fucking stays on you for days, and it's disgusting. So I started getting like paranoid of touching grass because I couldn't tell the difference between the regular grass and the onion grass, and I don't want to smell like onions. I fucking hate that shit. It's so gross. Grass exists, Kirsche 2026. No, they're not actual onions. Like, if you pull it out, it's literally just like a long strip of grass, but it smells like onions. That's onion? No, there's no onion attached to it. Outdoor grass smell. Shut up. You're all foobar because sinus drainage. You hate early spring and the bipolar temperature change. Sounds like wild onion grass. That's chives. They weren't anything that you could, I guess, I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't poison you, but they weren't supposed to be edible. They just look like grass. First the outside smell and now this. What do you mean? Growable grass swords. They're onions? How come they never have onion bulbs? Is it just the grass you're supposed to eat? Like, what the fuck? That actually is an onion. They grow tiny bulbs when they get long enough. Well, they smell horrible and I hate them and I want regular onions. All grass is edible if you're brave enough. Or a Kirsche. Please don't eat grass. It's like chives. The outdoor Kirsche smell. Man. Jack Grandpa Chattington O'Neill, thank you. As a prolific gardener, my brainstorming is cute. Best of luck to your plants! Why are you gonna say it like that? I want them to live! It's probably immature wild onions. Let them grow and they'll bulb out. Are we sure my Franco-Italian with this hatred of fish and onion? I know. I like eating onion if it's raw. I don't really like many cooked onions because cooked onions get like this weird slimy texture and I don't like it. Some people can cook onions really, really well where they don't have that texture, but it's so rare that I typically just don't want to take the chance, you know? Exohammer, thank you for the 30 months. According to your phone's Twitch app, I've been streaming for 400 hours. This happens because you haven't closed it or if an ad opened when I stream. That's funny.
Spicy cat raid. What the hell is this spicy cat raid?
Oh, but nothing. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. You don't like onion with your burger? No, actually, I don't. I like raw red onion in my salad next to my burger. I don't like the salad on my meat. I like the salad on the side of the meat, you know? You put onion in your spag bowl? What is a spag bowl? Cooked onions that are still a little crisp or peak? Yeah, slimy onion sounds like someone tried to cheat cooking down their onions with too much butter. Bad news, you found a dead king snake on your walk. Someone ran over its head and its body was still thrashing around. Oh, that's kind of sad. Poor snake, dude. Jabronius Cranston, thank you. You realize I said pay mortgage. Did I get whoos? You were away from home for several weeks. I did. You see, grilled onion is delicious, especially if it's got some Cajun in it. I don't think I've eaten, like, Cajun seasoning other than on Five Guys French fries, and those are too spicy for me. They hurt my mouth. Abbreviating Italian food. What the heck? What the heck? Good afternoon. It was your wife's birthday yesterday. She likes watching my streams on YouTube. Mr. Johann Sebastian Backshot. I hope your wife had a wonderful birthday with also backshots, if that's her choice. Thank you. Thank you. All this food talk where you can't eat anything due to dental surgery. Sure something. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dr. Oops, thank you. If I'm still interested in custom stained glass price. Ooh, hold on. Make a lampshade. You know I'm busy, but you do have an open Discord ticket with some of your work to forewarn you're an amateur with experience. An amateur with experience! I have so many fucking Discord tickets I need to look at. Things have been insanely busy for the entire first half of this year. Speaking of insanely busy for the entire first half of this year, I will not be streaming next Saturday, the 25th. The 25th, I will not be streaming. And I think I'm setting up a collab on Thursday, the 23rd. I'm pretty sure, I gotta double check the time, but I'm pretty sure I have a collab on the 23rd. Oh god, she's gonna see the Everything Bagel ticket. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure I'll be unconfused when I see it. She hates us. Ooh, it didn't stream on your birthday on Wednesday. No stream next week. Ooh, happy belated birthday, Mr. Teaspoon. You've been here for a million years. Happy birthday. Sawookie Wookie, thank you. Longwood Gardens in Pennsylvania, 1,100 acre botanical garden. Ever seen it or been there? I have not. I have not. Nerdy Text Accountant, thank you. You thought it was legally required for all New Englanders to eat seafood? You know, you would think so, but I escaped it. B Jammin', thank you. Orange Ruffy is a deep water fish that takes 30 years to get to market size. You don't want to eat them. Why do you not want to eat them? And the Zirconis, thank you. Do I mean wild onion? Look it up. I mean, I guess it must be, and I've just never seen one grow long enough to have a bulb in it. Sarah Mathis, thank you. Kier has the best response to touch grass. No, I'll smell like onions. True! I don't want to smell like onions. Hiroka Avalon, thank you. Happy Aloha Friday. I hope we all have a wonderful weekend. Hell fucking yeah, brother. Arismador, thank you. The way they attempt to inflate property prices means basically anyone with a paid-off house in a decent area will technically be a millionaire eventually, right? Probably? Question mark? But speaking of which, we're talking about food. I saw this Japan post asking, they said, this is a survey for overseas bros. What's your favorite Japanese food? There's like sushi, yakiniku, tempura, ramen. And that made me think, holy fuck, hold the phone. Back in Georgia, there was a place that had really good Chinese and Japanese food. And I like getting certain kinds of sushi. I like sushi with salmon, and I like sushi with tuna. Those are my two sushi fish. And there's this thing called the Stone Mountain Roll. And that's what you're looking at. This person got their Stone Mountain Roll different from what it actually is. So when you order the Stone Mountain Roll normally, the entire outside is flash fried in tempura. So like, you know how you can get regular sushi rolls flash fried with the outside in tempura and the inside is still raw? That's this, but instead of like a log, it's a mountain. And sometimes they'll like have the regular sushi roll and they'll cut it up like normal, and then they'll place the sushi circles in the shape of the mountain. And other times they will just make big fuck you pieces of sushi. So the bottom rung could be like 4 or 5 different sushi rolls, but they're all curled in like one nori, and the rice is like just around the outside. Like, it's really weird looking. So these people, instead of getting the entire outside flash fried, they just got tempura flakes put on top of it. And there's spicy mayo, and then there's some kind of like really sticky, sweet, dark sauce. It's kind of like teriyaki, but it's not a teriyaki sauce, and I don't know what the fuck it is, but it tastes pretty good. So I was like, I wonder if Japan has anything like this abomination. Because it took me probably like 30 minutes to even find a picture of this. I was like, I knew I took a picture years ago, but I'm not gonna go fucking finding that because it's probably gonna be impossible to find. So after about half an hour, I managed to find one picture of somebody who had ordered this roll online. Hoisin sauce, I have no idea. I don't think it's eel sauce because I don't like the taste of eel, so I don't think I would have liked the sauce if it was eel sauce. We already dropped 2 nukes on Japan. We don't need to subject them to our war criming of their food, too. Well, we've been sharing so many food posts back and forth. I thought it would be interesting to show Japan bros just how, like, you know, we put one leg up on the table and we start shooting a gun. And we're just like, you know what this sushi needs? It needs to be bigger! America, fuck yeah! So, I imagine that's how this was created. Hungry Xenomorph, thank you for the 9 months of Proom, my guy. Please have some placenta sushi, I suppose. Eel sauce doesn't have eel in it. It's the sweet savory sauce brushed on unagi. I have not eaten that before. You heard like sushi, so I put sushi on your sushi. True. And true and real. Diddly Doodler, thank you. You replied with one Bayou called the Mount Rainier roll. That's a shrimp roll with tuna salmon and albacore layered on top with a scallop sauce. Very good. Also, check out your last 2 super chats. I don't know what those are. I have missed a whole bunch already today, though, unfortunately. But I haven't seen any Japanese people reply, which is sad. I wanted to see if they had the same thing. It would have been very interesting to know if they also had, like, big fuck-off food. I wonder if Japan has food like this. Haven't you done enough to us? What do you mean? One thing you thought you'd hate in Japan but ended up liking was takoyaki. I do not wish to eat the octopus balls. Doggo Bongo, thank you for the full fucking year. We're looking at cursed shit today? No. And someone in here thought they'd be a cheeky little shit. Oh, that's the fried hot dog thing in Brazil. That's like the Korean corn dogs. This guy thought he was making a funny joke. He's like, Italian sushi? I put some little macaroni noodles in there. And I hit him with the, I love Italian onigiri. And the comments on this post are fucking hilarious. I'm so glad that even somebody else was just like, the comments here are atrocious. Where is it? Where is it? Fucking Italy mentioned. Where do you find out about crudo? Didn't expect to see Kirsche talking about arancini. Arancini filled with rice. Oh, fuck. No, there was somebody who was just like, yeah, this post and the whole comment section. There are unironically, like, people commenting on here like this isn't a real Italian food. So arancini are a delicious Italian food where you take arborio rice or whatever rice you tend to make risotto with. I use arborio as is traditional for risotto. And so this entire shell that you see here, this is made out of risotto, and this has like breadcrumbs or some shit on the outside. You don't always need that, but they get like fried on the outside, and the inside has like red sauce and prosciutto and ground beef and peas. Italians fucking love peas for some reason. Like, it's just a very saucy, like, sloppy interior. And it's basically an Italian onigiri. They just don't have seaweed on the outside. Need Foxy Italian cooking streams. Man. And you usually see them, and some other people posted pictures of it. Like, you usually see them in, like... Well, this outside looks like potato or kiwi, so I haven't seen them like this before, but you typically see them more like a round ball shape. But specifically, yeah, like these. It's almost the same thing. It looks like a kiwi. But it's like, it's more like a round ball shape. But I really wanted to peg the onigiri joke, so I had to use the specific Sicilian arancini. Sicilian arancini, where it originated, has like this unique cone shape to it. Having just found out you want to con. I don't know what that means. Reminds you of a Scotch egg. At first glance, you thought it was some kind of Scotch egg. Oh my god. Almost a ragu bolognese on the inside. Yeah, you can also have, instead of the like red ragu beef sauce, you can put in an Alfredo sauce. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I went to an Italian place before where their arancini had prosciutto, ground beef, and red sauce and peas on the inside. And then on the outside, they sat on top of more of the red sauce, but then they were drizzled with an Alfredo. Bruh. I lost my mind. It was so good. It was so good. Were the people crying about it angry because Sicily isn't Italy or something? No, I think it was more just people thought I was continuing like a fake food joke because they hadn't seen arancini before. It was just very funny to watch people be like, there's nothing Italian about that. Literally originated in Sicily, brother man. A game of Travis, thank you. A future Foxy livestream idea, Kirsche eats a platter of sushi. I love sushi! James Bursey, thank you. Hello, Fox Lady. When am I visiting Texas? I don't know, eventually. I've had a couple of people, like other content creators, ask me to make a trip to Texas, but, I don't think that's in the cards right now. I feel like I have, put my money in a certain box at the moment, you know? With Alfredo and spinach instead of peas, now I'm speaking your language? Nah, the peas are necessary. Italians fucking love peas, man. You'll be honest, you also didn't know that Italian jelly donuts existed. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not like fucking angry at those people, right? I think it's just funny that I posted like a real food and there's a bunch of people that are just like, that ain't no Italian food, that's heresy. My ancestors are upset. It's like, upset at what? That you're not eating it? Pokemon mentioned. You're angry at Italians. They exist. True. Peas and capers. Oh, I hate when I accidentally bite into a caper. Sergeant Buck, thank you. Adding peas to carbonara will get you deported from Italy. I wonder if my love of peas comes from my Italian genetics, you know? Love the Italian onigiri. You live in the box of monies. The box made of the monies. Yeah. Let's see. Those were the fun posts. Those were the fun posts. And then we had politicians for some reason wanting to give amnesty to Haitians, question mark. This guy is in the Florida 10 district in Orlando, which is probably pretty deep blue, but like, holy fuck. But please get involved and get this guy out of his fucking seat. He said, breaking, the House just passed a 3-year temporary protected status extension for Haiti. This is a huge win for 350,000 Haitian families and proof that doing the right thing is still possible. I'll never stop showing up and fighting for the people. Now on to the Senate. And like my response was just like, fighting for what people? Because it's clear you're not fighting for Americans and you don't give a shit about Americans. You are an American politician vying for foreign interests. You should not be an American representative because you don't represent Americans. That's crazy, brother.
Hey y'all, amazing news. I just got done voting. The House of Representatives has officially passed extending TPS for Haiti for 3 years.
A government temporary program never being temporary. Name a more iconic duo.
This is a huge win in a Republican Congress. And thank you so much to Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley for her leadership in putting this discharge petition forward. And I'm proud to have co-led this with her. We got Democrats and Republicans together to say it is immoral, it is unjust, it is not right to expel 350,000 of our Haitians, brothers, sisters, and siblings.
If there's more than 350,000 Haitians in the US right now, we need to deport more than 350,000. So, you know, I could potentially agree with you on that one. It's abhorrent to only deport 350,000. We need to get those numbers up, baby.
Who live in this nation to Haiti right now, where what's going on in Haiti is so unique and so singular.
Who cares? I'm not Haitian. That's not my country. Send them back to their country. They can deal with their country's problems. Not my clay, not my issue, brother man.
There's a humanitarian crisis.
If we're gonna say there's a humanitarian crisis in everywhere that's poorer than the United States, then it's like de facto 90% of the world just got the human right to use the United States as an economic zone. We're not doing that! You're getting called a slur.
Our country has to do more to help Haiti. But right now,
why do we have
we
to?
should not be expelling 350,000 people.
Yeah, we should be expelling more.
It's immoral. It's
No.
unjust.
No.
And I'm proud that Democrats and Republicans came together to say we're not going to expel 350,000 of our...
I'm glad that he keeps saying that Democrats and Republicans came together, because that's a red flag that you need to get those Republicans out of fucking office. They're not Republicans. They're Democrats wearing a red color.
Our neighbors, our Haitian brothers, sisters, and siblings to Haiti right now when they're going through a humanitarian crisis. It's unjust. It's immoral. It's evil. It's not right.
He said that like 3 times in under a minute. That's crazy.
And my hope is that this gives you some hope, especially in this crazy time. We're not going to win every fight we get into, but damn it, we got to be in a fight every single day on behalf of the people. Now this bill goes on to the Senate.
That's true. You do have to fight every day in order to figure out how you're going to fuck over the American people next.
But today I'm happy we were able to get this done.
I hate these people, man. Hi, Southern Florida here. Local Republicans are more interested in selling us out to BlackRock and what IPAC thinks. I did not think my tweet about wanting a politician to not kiss the wall would get so many angry responses. A lot of resigned Kirsche, you're never going to get one that's going to get rid of income taxes and not kiss the wall. That's crazy talk, Kirsche. And they might be right. But there are some people that are just like, I don't understand why everyone gets so mad about the tourist wall. That's anti-Semitic. Well, if every time an American politician kissed the wall, they didn't immediately start doing Israel's bidding, you know, it might have some leeway. But unfortunately, it seems if you kiss that wall, you stop becoming a U.S. representative and you become an Israeli one. And my opinion has always been, not my sand, not my problem. I don't want my shit going over there. The fact that fucking communist Mom Donnie was the only person on his, like, little fucking primary thing to say that he would stay in New York and address New Yorkers' issues, while everyone else said that their first trip would be to fucking Israel, I think should tell you that even the people who directly lie to you about what they're going to do are still going to look at America more than looking at the sandbox. And that's fucking crazy. You'll trade 300,000 Haitians for 300,000 Swedish women. Did I know that North Korea does not have income tax and Kim has never kissed the wall? Do you think he would do an interview with an anime woman? Isn't that the wall that was from the temple that was destroyed by an earthquake when they crucified Jesus? I have no idea what makes the Wailing Wall special in their religion. And that's fine. If Jewish people want to kiss the wall, you can do that. I don't care what you do with your wall. I just don't want my politicians kissing the wall. I want my politicians looking out for America. Can we send them all back? Interviewing the great leader would be amazing. It would be a funny time. Massive Doge, thank you, Kirsche. You're a wall kisser, ain't you, Mr. Politician? Mom Donnie didn't say that because he cares about Americans more. He just loves Palestinians more than Jews. Again, I prefaced that with saying, even people who consistently lie to you. And can you trade them for 350,000 hot North Korean girls? I don't think you'd be allowed to make that trade. A Zlumpy, thank you. Really wish when they say this stuff that they were also forced to disclose all the writers added to the bill that they made behind the scenes deals in order to get this stuff passed. I don't know what you mean by the writers. What if it did become our sand, bringing back the American Empire? Well, Thaddeus McThunderschlong, thank you. Bipartisan means a larger than usual deception is being conducted. George Carlin was so right. True. Bernie asked Grok, thank you. Fuck your crisis, my crisis is more important. Bren Hydra, thank you. This man, primary him. He's in one of those districts where it will be hard to get him out of his seat because it is a blue area. But hopefully, it can be done. Lichcoon, thank you. Sounds like a boat ride for your home. What the heck? B Jammin, thank you. You love peas, yet you specifically told Mari_en that I would not eat the smack bar pea wet from the Sweaty Englishman sandwich maker. Yeah, the pea wet is kind of weird. I like my peas not mushy. I'm not like a 7-month-old baby. I don't need my peas like pre-chewed for me. Writers are the things that Congress tax onto a bill in order to force a bullshit law to pass. Or slap a bullshit law onto something so it won't pass. I see. I see. It's the official word for pork in a bill. Oh, I guess I've just not heard the official word. Namikaze, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. Ghost of Aces, thank you. Kissing the wall is also a sign of the Christian faith, and politicians do it to say, I'm Christian, see? As they sacrifice to Molag. Yeah, I had a few people commenting on that as well, about how, like, if you're a Christian, you're gonna kiss the wall, and I'm like, I just don't believe you. Like, if literally the first time I've ever heard anything about Christians wanting to kiss that wall instead of Jews is in my comment section on Twitter, I'm gonna put up a big, fucking X to doubt, actually. It is absolutely not a sign of Christian faith. Who the hell said that? Dirtbag Dennis, thank you for the 9 months. You've been born. However, you must now enter your cocoon to gestate and emerge as a warm body on kick. See you when you get wings in another 9 months. Good luck with your gestation. I guess have a whole bunch of, like, placenta liquefied into hummingbird feed so you can absorb it in your chrysalis-like state. Christians are not known for kissing walls, no. It's the wall of a Roman fort. It's nothing to do with their temple. It's 100% a humiliation ritual to make people comply. Man. Kissing the wall is one thing. Making out with it with tongue is another. Do you think they'd arrest you for that? I'll not be kissing the wall. Instead, I'll be sacrificing this chicken to Imhotep. Game of Travis, thank you. You're so poor at one point in your life that all you had was a can of peas and that was your dinner. I'm sorry to hear that, my guy. I understand those days. Once again, no president has kissed the wall. They put their hand on it. I would have to, like, go back and look at pictures, I guess. But there are some that put their face pretty fucking close to that wall. Regardless of what they're doing to it, do not the wall. Do not the wall. That is my position. And speaking of Travis, this isn't the Travis post, whatever. Speaking of Travis, he put a link here. And it says that the Senate in New Hampshire killed the bill to repeal refugee resettlement program. They had been pushing really hard to repeal the refugee resettlement program, especially because a lot of that money was going to just fill people's pockets who was in part of the program. Because, hey, you get paid a ton of money to just, like, tell refugees to come settle in a certain place. That's crazy. That's crazy. New Hampshire Senate killed legislation that would have ended the state's participation in the federal refugee resettlement program. If legislators had moved forward with the measure, they would have rejected roughly $4.5 million annually in federal funding and prohibited state spending on services that aim to help refugees become economically self-sufficient as quickly as possible. Through the program, nonprofit assists refugees with getting a driver's license, finding a job, learning financial literacy, and other tasks. Why is this necessary? Why is this? It sounds like it would have been a good thing to reject that $4.5 million going towards this, actually. I guess they chose die. Silence of Night, thank you. I thank dispensationalism for Christian Zionism. I don't know what that means. Liam Sexton, thank you. All this food talk while you eat Texas toast with your Crohn's disease medication before work. At least you get 4 days off after midnight tonight. Oh, fuck yeah. Extra long weekend, bro. I win the terrible, thank you. Do not kiss the wall. Do not. I wish for American politicians to care about America and not foreign interests. The Senate's vote on House Bill 1706 was unanimous and came without debate. During a public hearing, senators from both parties questioned claims that refugees usurp housing and government services on the taxpayer's dime. Which is really weird. Why would there be anyone on a non-democratic ticket claiming, like, questioning the claim that refugees take housing and government services from taxpayers when it's resoundingly proven that, yes, they do. We have so much fraud that's been uncovered. It's insane, man. You work in Portsmouth, and I have no idea how bad it is with refugees there. Like, 80% of people coming into your store are Middle Eastern or African or South American and can't even speak English. That doesn't surprise me in Portsmouth, but that's still really unfortunate. Fat boy, thank you. Christian would like to see the Wailing Wall, you know, on your own time and your own dime. Would not make out with it, though. Be well, Fox Lady. Yeah, like, I think it would be an interesting historical site to look at, but not kiss it. Both parties want slave labor. It really sucks. It really sucks. And it says here, New Hampshire's Republican state senators currently hold 16 out of 24 seats in the state Senate, securing a veto-proof majority following the November 5th, 2024 election. Chambers led by President Sharon Carson and Majority Leader Regina Birdsall. And then they show the current Republican members. So it seems really, really interesting that it says here, the vote was unanimous and came without debate. So when they say it's unanimous, do they mean that every single one of these Republican members voted to not repeal the Office of Refugee Resettlement? For what fucking purpose? For what reason would they want to keep that? Your local laundromat went fully automated. All the locals stopped using it, and now it just has Somalis occasionally making a mess there. You've asked your state senator publicly why he put foreigners over locals, and he tarred read at you? I kind of want to read that. Would you be willing to, like, show his response to your email if he was actually tard raging? Because that's a good thing to showcase, because it's like, maybe that guy needs to get primaried. Ghost of Aces, thank you. Do not the wall. Your thingy will look like it has road burn. Oh no. Do you say that from experience? Didn't it say it passed the House unanimously? The Senate's vote on House Bill 1706 was unanimous and came without debate. The Senate's vote. And these are New Hampshire's Republican state senators holding 16 out of 24 seats. Do they have Optimus robots at the fully automated laundromat? Jen Jacko, thank you. The weather's been BS every day you work. It's in the 70s this weekend. You're off of it 44 and below, and it might fucking snow? How the fuck are you gonna be getting snow this deep into April? What the frick? Apparently all of them need to be primaried. They all need to be primaried. It's like, maybe some of them just, like, voted with the crowd because they're retarded. I have absolutely no idea, but that does not look good that all of them voted to not repeal that office. Rip, the two leads of the New Hampshire Senate are lasses. Never stood a chance. Oh no. Imagine. It's been like 70 all week, snow today, 80 the next week. That's also grounds for being primaried. You know. In 2015, we had North Carolina frozen April. I'm also surprised because I see, like, Victoria Sullivan on here, and Victoria Sullivan has been dragged pretty fucking hard for wanting to... I think it was her that was supporting Campus Carry, right? You thought New Hampshire was one of the good ones? It's pretty fucking great, but I mean, that doesn't mean people don't make mistakes. You verbally asked him that when it came to your town, since he's up for re-election, if you recall correctly, they voted to not move the bill to voting and deliberation. Fucking why? Fucking why? Massive Doge, thank you. You think all the Republicans have the same selfish boomer mentality? Probably. Probably. It's really disappointing to see. A few weeks ago, it went from almost 90 one day to 40 2 days later. And he continues. He's saying he wants to thank Osborne, Jason Osborne, Joe Sweeney, Ross Berry, and Matt Drew. The rest of the New Hampshire leadership, the entire R contingent on the House committee, and all of my fellow Republicans in the House, and everyone who showed up to testify. You all did heroic work, and I deeply appreciate it. My disappointment is in the Republicans in the New Hampshire Senate, of course, unbounded. And he said, don't blackpill, but I mean, what's the plan from here, I suppose? You know, I'd like to know. Even though large tracts of Europe and many old and famous states have fallen or may fall into the grip of the ferals and all the odious apparatus of democratic
themselves
rule.
into Christianity through actors like Gregory Baum, who infiltrated Catholicism as a priest to subvert doctrine and then pushed LGBT stuff after leaving the priesthood.
That's like some crazy fucking spy tactics, but for religion. What the fuck? Arismador, thank you for insane lore. What the fuck? Imagine having to wait a whole 2 days for the temperature to drop from 90 to 40. We shall not flag or fail. We shall go on in the end. We'll fight in the house, and we'll fight on the seas and oceans. We'll fight with growing confidence and growing strength. We shall defend our culture, whatever the cost may be. We'll fight on beaches, we'll fight on landing grounds, and we'll fight in the fields and in the streets. We'll fight in the hills, and we shall never surrender. I don't know if he did that off the cuff or if he's quoting something, but kind of impressive nonetheless. Even Hawken Frères, thank you. How do we have snow this late into April? Because Canada got about half a foot in the last couple of days. What the fuck? What is this Churchill speech? Ah, it's Churchill. Interesting. We shall defend our isle. We're defending our little tiny slice of New England that's still sane. Need to name a cigar size after Travis instead of Churchill. It's one of the most famous speeches in history. Imagine thinking I would remember that. And someone here said, Republican leadership promised Representative Cochran this bill last year in exchange for his vote on the budget. What is the New Hampshire GOP going to give him now to make up for it? And Travis had responded, hold your fire. I'm not thrilled with the New Hampshire GOP Senate, but the New Hampshire House GOP leadership is doing a great job. It wasn't over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. I thought that was the Japanese. It's not over now. We will fight on. Stay tuned. No, New England gets random-ass snow in April, and then it's 75 degrees the next day. Yeah, that's why you just wear flip-flops in the snow, man. Who cares? That's the joke. The Germans didn't bomb Pearl Harbor. I guess. I didn't take it as a joke. Related, people need to read this. The City of Manchester Refugee Resettlement Advisory Committee Report, May 2006. He's quoting Sullivan here. Someone asked Victoria why, and someone else said, I need to hear this response. She's always very reasonable. Someone else said, I've been a donor to her campaign in the past. I generally like where she's at on many issues, but I don't get this at all. She said, this must have been on consent. Ted Gatsis had pushed back on the number of refugees that Manchester was receiving. We just could not handle the influx. He got nowhere. This bill did not come before my committee, and I was not following it. I will have to pull it and look into it. I'm not sure what she means by this must have been on consent, because if it says that she voted to not get rid of the Office of Refugee Resettlement, and she's saying that she had no idea what was happening, that seems kind of weird, does it not? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how to improve its odds of passing in the Senate. I watched the quality of life in the Philly area rapidly degrade as refugees were moved in. I don't agree with Travis on many things, but I do think preventing refugees is the single most important issue. It really is. Plinkington, thank you for the sex. You've heard of voting with the majority if you know you're losing to keep Inati both outwards and within the party. I don't know what that means. Not sure here, though. Yeah, I have no idea what might be misspelled with the Inati. Yukaritu Gasai, thank you. What if immigration isn't about the economy, but about breaking the American spirit? It's easier to rule a populace that's already been conditioned by high control regimes back home. Thoughts? I mean, kind of. That's what communists tend to do. That's what the demoralization period is, making sure that everyone who would be bothering to fight against what they're trying to do, ushering a cultural revolution of communism to your country. If you're too demoralized to fight, you're just gonna sit there and take it. And after demoralization is the normalization period, and I feel like we've been in a normalization for quite a few years, because they stopped necessarily with the massive amounts of demoralization, and they started with, yeah, we actually just won the Cultural Revolution. This is our place now. It's just anti-white racism. That's all of what leftism is. You can disagree with the left on many, many things, but you cannot disagree with their racial policies. Therefore, that is what they are adhering to. My testimony before the House Committee on the bill. So let's see what this is. Let's see how long this is. Damn. I will read the opening here. The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services oversees the state's refugee resettlement program, also known as the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program, under the Office of Health Access. The program is 100% federally funded, and the stated goal is to help refugees achieve economic self-sufficiency and successful integration within 5 years of arrival. We all know that's a lie. There is no integration, and there is no economic self-sufficiency, because the more people dependent on the government, the more voters the Democrats get. Not just high control regimes, shit's so fucked up in other countries that even a fucked up US is leagues better, so they won't resist it because it's still an upgrade. There is zero evidence to suggest this program works, and huge amounts of evidence to suggest that it does not, and burdens New Hampshire citizens with dozens of different costs, including but not limited to welfare payments, unemployment payments, increased school spending, social fragmentation, crime, cultural conflicts between heritage Americans and refugees, and also between refugees of different ethnicities, increased rates of communicable diseases, a housing crisis, and population replacement. Who benefits? Much testimony against this bill will argue that the refugee resettlement program is good for the people it serves. My response is simple. I don't care. Lots of things might be good for Somalis or Haitians or Bhutanese, but the government of the state of New Hampshire does not exist for the benefit of Somalians or Haitians or the Bhutanese. It exists for the benefits of citizens of New Hampshire. The relevant question is, does the refugee program benefit New Hampshire citizens? My answer is no, and more specifically, that the program is very bad for the citizens of New Hampshire. For that reason, we should end it immediately. So I think a good way, instead of having to do a whole bunch of like research on your own, is to probably read through all of this, because he links a bunch of different US bills. He links some articles here. He's linking a ton of stuff in his presentation for getting rid of the refugee resettlement program. I would say, find your senator, because apparently it was a unanimous vote, and if it's unanimous, that means they all voted in lockstep. Find your senator, send him an email about why you don't want this, if you're living in New Hampshire, obviously. And I would send along Travis's testimony here with all of this research into why it is bad. They've already infiltrated almost every aspect of Western society, so they're calling it a cultural victory pretty fucking much. Pretty fucking much. So, I will link his tweet here. I will link his tweet thread. And his testimony is linked at the bottom of the tweet thread here. The bottom of the tweet thread. Most of these people are not even refugees. They are here to claim, like, an economic status, which makes it even worse, because you're going to get people who are like, oh, but they're just refugees, you must help them. And it's like, well, no, especially when we go back to that article we read the other day about that woman who's like, oh, well, you know, I want refugee status, and I've already crossed several other countries to get here, but I can wait a few more years until a more favorable person is in charge of America. DRT is king, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no. Bluto Blutarsky from Animal House 1978, the best comedy ever made. The heroes were told not to host a party. They had the party.
You should always be able to have a party, man. Fight for your right to party. Straight refugees who are suddenly and very conveniently gay for the refugee status. True. True and real. That's my wife from the before times. Don't mind her. She's also a refugee. Thank you, DRT, my guy. Thank you. Consent comment from that one lady probably meant that it was a unanimous consent vote, which takes one person to object. Hard to tell who was there and who might have objected. No record. That still means, like, you should message your senator. Obviously, don't be, like, an asshole. Just be like, hey, this is a bill that I think is important. This is a bill that I think should be passed. We should get rid of the Office of Refugee Resettlement. And link all of Travis's research. I think having a good conversation, if they're a rational person, they should be able to communicate with you. You want status? Here's Big Mike. We're sending the video. Tier Mosque Abdul. What the heck? Cunning Druger, thank you for the 18 months, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Toga. Gay for the stay used to mean for prison. Guess it applies to refugee status, too. And then my last tweet here that I brought up was I don't know who Will Sexton is, but I came across this post because of I saw Oren McIntyre quote retweet it. But he just looks like someone who's gonna say something crazy. So I'm kind of not surprised that this came out of this guy's mouth. I've never heard of him before, but apparently he's supposed to be well known. My mods knew who he was. A message to the left as their enemy, a young white man. Cut the race stuff and we'd be with you. Did someone post the fucking meme? They had to have, right? Yeah. If you call yourself leftist, you can get away with embracing non-socialist economic positions and you won't be kicked out of the club by peers. You cannot get away with all of the gay race communism. Therefore, that is what leftism is. I giggle every time I see that, because that's pretty fucking true.
Leftists would see this. I don't know why they would hear my politics on this, and maybe they wouldn't want to hear me out because of my more inflammatory statements, but I truly mean this. You would landslide.
Careful scrolling the comments, there might be a picture of his bare ass. Why? Why do so many male content creators show their bare ass? I feel like every time I bring up someone I don't know, someone in chat inevitably is like, Kirsche, careful, when you scroll the comments, you might see their ass. Why is it every time? Why?
Every election from here to really the death of people my age, if you just very fucking simply cut the race stuff. That's it. That's it. Just cut the race stuff. Just stop trying to kill me, okay?
That's really funny that he thinks he can argue with people who want him dead by saying, yeah, I just don't want you to kill me. Brother, they're not gonna care if while you're on your knees, you're saying, I wasn't racist, I was on your side. Liberals get the bullet too, man. Like, fucking, you gotta get on board the life raft already. It's the male equivalent of flashing tits.
Like, other than that, most Gen Zers like the idea of taxing the wealthiest.
I think a lot of people like the idea when they say tax the rich because they don't understand what that means. The more taxes you put on people who are incredibly wealthy, the more loopholes they're going to be able to find to get around that. And if your state tries extra squeezing their balls, they're just going to get the fuck out. And you know who's going to become the rich guy after that guy leaves? It's eventually going to come down to you. You're eventually going to be the rich guy. That's why every time a tax the rich policy gets enacted, the rich people, you don't really see too many of them complaining. What you do see are the middle class people who get absolutely fucking shafted. Learn what the laughter curve is, you moron!
Gen Zers would benefit from the idea of taxing the wealthiest, of having education be free.
How is it going to be free? Because it's not free. Who is going to be paying for it? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Better state-subsidized healthcare. Actual investment into families, okay? And by the way, I think most Gen Zers would be willing to concede some things within legal migration and within...
I think that's another question as well. Why is everyone so obsessed with having, like, state-subsidized healthcare? I don't really want the state deciding whether or not I can get certain treatments. That just doesn't sound fun. Even if they got rid of the cultural Marxist BS, every policy they advocate for is absolutely absurd and does nothing but destroy help the country. This guy in the video sounds like another fuentard. True and real. New Hampshire Medicaid fucking sucks shit to deal with. I could only imagine.
In the demographic makeup of America, I think they'd be willing to concede certain things, okay? But just stop the race stuff, okay? You have beaten and ground down young white men to a pulp, okay? Any, like, privilege that did exist in our society has been ground away, okay? It is, like, completely obvious that out of everyone in our...
Yes, and that's part of the point. Why do you think there were articles saying, like, how whiteness is the problem, how we need to make places less white, how we need to do things in order to get rid of whiteness, because whiteness merely existing is white supremacy. Are you white and you want to date another white person? Let's tell you why that's wrong. Like, what?
Society, young white men have it the worst. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. Maybe you don't want to hear that. I get it, okay? And that's like a foreign idea to you because of media agitprop. It's just a fucking fact, okay? Do you not see them struggling? Like, the video we just watched together. In a society...
Stop. You're gonna make people come. You're talking about how hard they've made it and how they've succeeded in denigrating white men. That was the whole point, my guy. Welcome to ZomboCom.
In which that man is genuinely privileged, he wouldn't be making $31,000 a year as a hardworking, honest young man.
He's making $31,000 and that's not going to filling the country with more migrants? Wow, we need to fix that right away.
Okay, this is not like a bum. This is not a hobo. A clean, proper young man. Like, literally, in your mind, when you think of like a proper, upstanding American man, you think of that guy, and he's making $31,000 a year. Just stop it. Just fucking stop it, and all of us would like you. Just stop it. Stop the race stuff, okay? Just come on. Like, what are we doing? And by the way, you would achieve more of your aims if you stopped the race stuff. This whole open border so I can get votes pulled.
It's really funny he says that, because I only watched like the beginning of this and then I made my response. So this is really funny based on what I responded to him.
Bullshit. You could get votes instead by all of Gen Z if you just closed the border. And I'm not saying you need to start rounding up people in like based Agarthan Twitter death squads, okay?
Based Agarthan Twitter death squads. I mean, the right-wing safety squads, am I right, man?
Like, anybody reasonable in politics is not asking you to become like that. Be normal. That's all it takes, is just be fucking